Hi, my name is Marilyn Sanclementi, and welcome to my creative playground. Tonight I'm going to show you how to make this really pretty cool in-out, I call it a flip card, but it has this piece that flips and flops, so you could call it an in-out flip-flop card. And it's just really fun to make and would be a really fun card to give. This one is made with the zinnia paper. And this one I made with the Magnolia Mood, which is a new stamp set that's on the online exclusives. And this is some of the designer paper from the spring mini catalog. So I'm going to show you how to make these two variations. This one is a little bit different in that this piece is a little narrower, but other than that, the two cards are the same. So let's get started. And the first thing we're going to do is I have a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and I'm going to cut this in half at 4 1/4. So it is 11 inches by 4 1/4, and I want to score at 2 1/4. So I'm just going to move my cutting blade out of the way. And then I'm going to score at 5 1/2. There we go. And then I am also going to make a piece here that is 4 1/2 by 3 inches for that front flap that moves. So this piece right here. Okay. 4 1/2 by 3 inches. So I'm going to go to 4 1/2. And I'm going to cut this to 3 inches. There we go. And that is what we need for our first piece of the card. And what I'm going to do is score this, or fold this in half and burnish it. And then I am also going to fold this. This is at the 2 1/4 inch mark, and I'm going to burnish that. And I want to fold that both ways. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is, as you can see, this upper part of the card is narrower. So we're going to cut off 5/8 of an inch on each side going down. And I am going to mark at 5/8. So this is 1/2. So this is 5/8 right here. And I'm going to mark at 5/8. So that's 1. So let's see here. That's 1/4, half. So 5/8 is right there. Okay. And I'm just going to draw a quick line. Okay. And now we're going to cut down. So I'm going to line this up at 5/8. And what's really nice about this cutter is that it does cut on both sides. So you can line it up this way. So I'm at the 5/8, and I'm just going to cut up. Okay. And so I'm just going to snip this piece off. And then same thing here. I'm going to go this way, and I can line that up at 5/8. And then we're just going to go down to that score line. And there we go. And I just like to use a pencil, and then you can erase that line if you need to. Probably shouldn't be doing that on top of my cutter, because then I'm going to have pencil shavings. Okay, there we go. So that is the base of our card for this gorgeous in-out card. In and out flip card, as I call it. So the next thing we want to do is we now have this piece that we cut to 3 inches by 4.5, and we want that to connect right here only. So we're going to take our adhesive or glue, whatever your adhesive of preference is, and I'm just going to add that there. And then, there we go. Let me line that up. And there is the base of our card. So there is the base of our card. Now, in the directions, I have included all the measurements for all these layers. So you're going to have a layer here, as you can see. I've got a mat, and then I have a piece of designer paper. I have a mat here and a piece of designer paper, and then another mat here and a piece of designer paper. And because this is essentially the same piece, these two pieces, this on the outside and on the inside, are the same measurements, okay? And that's it, easy peasy. Now, with this card, what I did was same thing. I'm going to take that thread and I'm going to cut this to 4 1/4. And I'm going to score this at 3 1/4 instead of the 2 1/4. Oops. So I want to move that, score that, and 5 1/2. And then we're going to do the same thing that we just did with the other card base. It's just that we're making this piece smaller here. So we're going to fold this 2 ways and then fold this. So this piece is shorter here, and so you see more of this. So it just depends upon how you want to, what you want the base of your card to look like. So same thing on this one. We're going to mark this at 5/8, which is right here. And also, so that's 1 inch. So that's 1/4, 5/8 right there. Is that right? No, that's not right. That's 1/2 inch right there. Okay, got it. There's 5/8 right there. Got it. Okay, and then same thing. We're just going to draw a line. And score this. Or I'm sorry, not score this, cut this. So we're going to cut down that 5/8 inch. So we've got 1/2 inch, so there's 5/8. There we go. And then same thing here. Oops. I'll go this way. There we go. And there's our 2 pieces. Same thing, we're just going to cut these off. Oops, I didn't cut down quite far enough on this. There we go. Cut that off. Okay. And we're going to do the same. We're going to attach this like that and create the same, so we have the same card base. So the only difference in these 2 cards, okay, let's do this. There we go. Okay, So the difference in these two cards is this has a narrower piece here. This would be 2 1/4 by 4 1/4 because we've cut back 3 1/4 inches here instead of 2 1/4 inches. So that's really the only difference on these two pieces. So it's just a matter of what you want your card to look like, what image you're going to use here for the card, and how much room you want to give yourself. So these are my 2 finished cards. This is a zinnia card, and this flips like this. You can also put something on the inside here, and then this flips open. And then this is the magnolia, and I used the distressed gold. I used a crumb cake card base, and then I used some of the really pretty paper from the spring mini catalog, and it looks like that. So thanks for stopping by and checking out my video, and I will see you again soon.